playground. Hooray!
It's that time again. The Outcast Podcast is here, and we are streaming everywhere you get your podcasts. Thank you for all your support as the listenership keeps getting bigger and bigger. This is where a brown guy, a black guy, and a white guy walk in to do a podcast. And this is what you get, ladies and gentlemen. And we've actually added some more chocolate to the panel.
Extra dark.
Yeah. Dark chocolate. Dark chocolate boy wonder. Welcome to the show, 007.
Thank you very
We
much.
have milk chocolate and dark chocolate.
Yeah.
He came by today and he started bringing up things that he would talk about on his podcast. We said, well,
Big time.
Well, shit, we're about to do one. So maybe we could...
Jump on in.
Yeah, you could jump on in. And the first topic that 00 wanted to bring up, well, we'll get to that just a second. First, I have to welcome in my friend Memphis because it's been a couple weeks since I've seen you. What's up, Memphis?
Oh, shit, man. You know, getting in and staying out the way.
We got my man Ramo G, the freaking Puerto Rican.
What's good?
And, of course, the white boy on the panel, we have DJ TK, but nobody's got as much soul as my man Tom K.
Yeah.
Hold on.
He's not really white.
I didn't know TK was white.
He's not. He's Mexican. Ain't he Mexican? I thought.
Well, he hangs out at the beach all day, so he's very
as long as
tan.
we've known him, right?
Thank you.
No.
Oh,
Thank you.
I thought he was Latin, for real.
See,
me too. I thought he
Thank
was.
you.
Why
I'm
are you
not
saying
sure.
thank you for not being white? Are you not happy to be white,
I'm
TK?
actually happy to be white, but it
doesn't sound like it.
But I do want people to know that there's more to me than just, I'm not just your average cookie cutter white dude.
Ooh.
Hey, look here.
Yeah. I may be a white dude, but not everybody
It's-
looks the same. Not everybody is the same. See,
It's true.
he didn't even think I was a white dude.
Well,
And-
we did talk about it when we walked in that it was at one point a white man's world, which it's not anymore.
Nah.
It is according to one of our panels, people on the panel. It's now a woman's
It's a woman's world.
Well, it's a boss and heels world.
Boston Hills.
So
It's been for a minute.
I mean, I definitely have been fired by a woman in my career, and
So have I.
Me too.
she was extra pissed off. I've also been through a divorce, so you could call that a firing.
Well, can you technically? I mean, because
Or did you quit?
right.
Because you can quit a job too. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, because I
It ain't all that.
With it.
Oh shit! Yeah, so 007 thinks that the women are running the world nowadays. We haven't seen one become president, albeit though we do have one as a vice president.
Thank God
That's close.
Well, we came close, though.
We did.
we dodged that bullet.
But we picked lesser two evil. We did
Pretty
pick-
much.
You know,
I don't know.
you know where I think the evolution of
Hindsight ain't 2020 on that one, though.
to me where I think the evolution of woman has really hurt the American family
What is that?
is the fact that
They're now dudes.
well, no, it used to be that
Damn.
they would be at home
And
making
that's
sure
why.
making sure the kids paid attention. You know, like
I agree.
making sure that the kid did their homework, made sure they had a nice hot meal and weren't just stopping at McDonald's on the way home because I got to get home and do my reports. You know, the woman's got to make sure she's got to get up for work. She can't take care of that kid. So I think the woman going into the workspace has harmed the American family, in my
I
opinion.
can see that. I can definitely see it. You know, and I'm not one to be like, you know, hey man, a woman's place is like in the
Yeah.
kitchen or something like that.
I'm
but
going to play devil's advocate here.
I know you are.
Go ahead,
I know
go
you
ahead.
are.
No, listen, speak your point, but I'm going to play devil's advocate because I'm pretty sure nobody else in here is. Right? Am I right?
Well,
everybody
TK hasn't
else.
opened his mouth
The
yet.
devil?
So
No,
Well,
you're the devil.
His
you.
perception or ideas don't count because he doesn't like.
Hold
Right.
on. We're not talking about modern day woman. We're talking about my grandmama back in the days, that type of woman. But these women nowadays, they're not going to do that.
No, because they got to be seen. They got to need extra attention. You know, attention is the new currency, and today's women they want it more
Now,
than
let me
anything.
ask.
Go ahead.
Is
They-
that,
they
is
do.
that
They want
just
more
the
than anything.
younger women?
No,
all women?
women our age too. Have you seen? Look at if you scroll up and down your Instagram or Twitter or this is our OnlyFans because there are a ton of women that are our age and older that are out here like busting it wide open. Like, whoa,
Are you on OnlyFans,
Okay.
Memphis?
No, I am not on OnlyFans. Hell
You
no.
said it real quick
Goddamn.
about OnlyFans.
Hell, because you can't help it. Listen, so y'all know I'm
His
on-
wife listens to this. God damn it! Of course he ain't. Fuck you
Of
doing?
course, I'm not on no damn OnlyFans.
Why you
trying
go
to
there?
say? Why you putting me out there like that?
You got to go to Red.
I'm white.
You got to go to
See?
Red Mohawk Memphis at twitter.com /
That's where you find that.
All right.
That's where you find all that stuff right there.
All right.
Red Mohawk Memphis. That's where you find all
Okay,
that.
I understand that. I understand
but
your
what I'm
point.
saying is just, and now I got in trouble for this some years ago on the radio.
Okay.
Where it was a report I read that women weren't spending enough time with their kids. And so kids out here doing all kind of stuff, but you got to blame the daddy too. So it's a 2-parent household, if it's a 2-parent household. So you got to play both parts. But women were more on the nurture side for us kids anyway, because as we grew up, for the most part, I figure we all spend more time with our mom versus our dad, at least to a certain extent.
Sure.
And versus
Is
now.
that right though?
That wasn't for the case for me.
Is that? But see, and see, there you
You
go.
were with
Like,
Pops.
is that right though? Like, here's the thing, and here's my point of it. Like, I get it. Like, traditionally, that's where it came from, But times have changed,
Right.
and most households require 2 people to go to work.
Absolutely.
So that means if she's going to take that on, then we as men need to step up and take on some shit our damn self.
Agreed.
And I think the kids being the most important in all our lives, we can agree to that, should be first and foremost.
Wearing masks all the time.
I think instead of saying, that's be a smart thing. I think, instead of saying, well, women aren't there to do that no more, so that, not to downplay, because I feel where you're coming from, because it seems like that would be the case. But I think more in saying that, I think we should say, well, damn, since they came back to work, we haven't done our part in home.
Right. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I get you.
Because you said it yourself. It's a two-way street. You know what I'm saying? In today's world is different. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
30 years ago, probably we'd all be making enough money to where she could stay home and do those things.
Right.
She can't.
You make a good point, and I think corporate America has done a lot of that to the American working man. I mean, we're outcasts. That's why we call this the Outcast Podcast. Corporate America has fucked us all.
Oh, they're fucking assholes, dude.
Fuck them against the wall with handcuffs on and super glue
They
their
run the
lips.
country. Look, regardless of what any politics or bullshit we speak and talk, corporate America runs.
Oh, no
Corporate
doubt.
America runs. It's right there. Corporate America. That's where the fuck we live. This ain't United States of dick. None of that. Dog.
Well, now
it's corporate America.
now
That's
a
where
lot
we
of
fucking
people
live.
would argue that there's a unholy alliance between corporate America, big tech, and the government, and they're all working together.
Who knows,
shaft
man? Who
the
knows?
little guy.
Yeah, well, yeah. Anybody. I mean, you got to think that it's always been the case that we say it a million times. Birds of a feather. Motherfuckers
true.
with money is hanging out, looking
Yeah,
out
they
for
are.
motherfuckers with money.
Just
Like,
because we don't see, we see
They don't give a fuck
publicly
about
that they
us.
might say something, but privately we know they back in
You
the
know?
oak room drinking
Hey.
on whatever expensive brandy or cognac,
it is what it is,
snorting
man.
whatever they snorting on.
They
and-
know they're going to survive
No,
a
they
nuclear
can
attack.
invite
We're
me
going
on
to be stuck. We don't even have basements to run into here on
Yeah,
Florida.
we're fucked in
screwed.
Florida. We're just get a boat or something or find somebody with one.
Hopefully, I melt fast.
That's good. Yeah.
I'd
Go
like to
somewhere
hear.
where it's populated.
I'd like to hear from the guest, since we did invite 007 to
what do
be
you
in
think?
here. It was his topic. He was on to something when he said something about his. Well, they don't make him like your grandmother.
Right.
Like
I agree.
what kind of woman was your grandmother, 00?
My grandmother was a stay at home, take care of the house, take care of the kids,
Sure.
provide like the food and the clothes and all that stuff. And the men would go out and work and make the money.
Mine was the
Come home.
same.
Yeah, that was
the
But-
same.
that was awesome.
Here's what the thing I think.
Like
that
she's always at the house. Like almost
when-
never
when,
leaves.
when you
the
have
house.
two parents and a woman
Fuck
imprints
you.
when the woman imprints on the son too much, then we have kids as boys growing up to be simps or beta males.
True.
So when the father is not there
Yeah.
putting what he's supposed to put in on his son,
Yep.
Yeah.
Because a woman cannot raise a man. A
exactly,
woman cannot raise a man.
cannot,
I am proof of that.
so that's what, that's,
I mean, I think it's a case by case basis. I see where you guys are going with this conversation. For that particular statement, definitely, you know what I'm saying? Like, that would be awesome. My grandma was the same way. She still is. She's 93, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a great time for, us as a gender, but I think just like, unfortunately, today's world, women can't be like that because that isn't sustainable.
Yeah, women have to get out
and
there
a lot
and
of
work to
times
feed their family.
there is no man to go out and
And
work.
that's true. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That too, you know, so like,
And who's-
there's a lot of money, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things we can look at and say, damn, we wish this was better from their part.
Now that lazy-ass kid can get a job. No, I'm just kidding.
And I'm playing devil's advocate here because I said I would. Just look at it, you know, from their perspective.
Right.
Now they're doing so much more. You know, imagine, you know, like it's crazy for us to, you know, as guys to walk into a new situation and kind of, you know, test the waters and see what's going on and find our place and, you know, hold that ship. You know, imagine for a woman in our world, especially one that's never really had to do some shit
Or
like
a
that.
transgender one.
Hold on.
even.
Ooh, you mean the man of the year?
That's right. The man of the year.
Hold on. To add to what Raymond was saying, that women back in the days, they were afraid to be alone
Right.
Sure.
because they didn't have work, they didn't have jobs.
They didn't have their own shit.
True, but women nowadays, they don't mind being a single mom because they know they could go out and make their own money.
I don't
There's
need no man.
got-
They don't need there's different avenues for them to make money. So
Sure.
if a single mom nowadays, they're like, I'm fine. I don't need
But
you.
they only say that that's only to a certain extent. And it's as effed up as that is to say, because nobody wants to technically be alone. Right? Because you can make all the money in the world you want, and you could be this independent woman. Hey, I'm right. If you can do the job as a man, you should do the job and get paid equally. I ride with that. However, nobody want to be alone because I'm telling you, man.
Okay, right. But devil's advocate, and it's true. But a woman doesn't have to need a man. She can want one. She can be okay with one in her life, one that is on the same level as her and doing her shit. But I don't think anybody, none of us, no woman, nobody should depend on somebody else
absolutely.
to make them happy or full.
Exactly.
They should be able to do that on their own. And their partner is the one who lifts them, you know, as well as, you know what I'm saying? Like it has to be that, like, that's where I think the world is going now. That's, you know, just like, you know, Michael Jordan played basketball. Motherfucker foul you under the basket, you get a bloody lip, you know, that foul. You know, now you look at a motherfucker wrong. It's a technical. You getting kicked out the fucking game. You know, it's a different world, different game. We got to play different. And you know, I think they a lot of times they stepped up. We need to do the same.
I like you said that you have to play the game. So that means alpha men, a man's man. Okay, cool. I can adjust easy. But that means now today's women have to deal with these alpha men like ourselves. Okay, if this is how y'all want to be with it, cool, and I'm going to ride with you. But still remember, this is who I am at the end of the day.
Sure.
At the end of the day, you still gotta, this is how I am, and I ain't one of these simp ass guys like 006.
Yeah, but let's shout them out. You know, it is
Ladies,
we wouldn't be able to get it done without the ladies.
Of course not. Right.
Yeah, shout out to, it is Women's History Month, by the way.
It is,
too,
no doubt,
Bart.
no
So
doubt.
shout out to the ladies.
Yes, it is.
I love them.
I got a
You know what I'm
problem
saying?
with that.
What do you mean? It's ladies' night, Memphis. How can you
So
have a
we don't
problem?
get a month? It's bad enough.
Man, it's our month all the time.
No,
bro.
it's not. It's bad. I'm a black man, and I get a short ass month, and then on top of that, I didn't even know. I kid you not. I did not know
It's
there
long
was
every 4 years.
I did not know that there was a woman's month till like the month start. I'm like, wait, really?
Yeah, and that
did they
is
just
kind-
make this up?
And
Like,
that is
I
kind of
never knew
piggybacking
that, right?
because
I didn't know that.
Who gives
the
a
black
fuck?
women just got
Who
their
cares?
month in Black History
I
Month
care.
as well.
Boy, I don't give a shit. I don't need no fucking Puerto Rican Male Day. Fuck that shit.
No,
Like,
no, fuck that. If
Whatever.
everybody want to be celebrated,
You know,
fuck
damn.
that. Y'all know
You know what? I celebrate myself, man.
Of course I do, but I won't. Listen,
you should have came out to the garage with us. Then you've been
Well, we
celebrating.
got an after show. I
Okay,
can come out
all
there
right.
for that. But listen, everybody else is getting celebrated. We should too. Yeah, I mean,
We do, man. We celebrate. We're celebrated all the time.
who?
They
By
legit-
I
word?
think
Where they
we
do
are.
that at?
They
Man,
legit-
I celebrated you when you walked in, Memphis.
Well, I appreciate that. I mean,
Yeah.
I love
I mean,
you
you
guys.
need some
know?
love, Memphis. I
Yes,
think
I do.
Memphis needs some
Sometimes
love.
I don't feel the love. Sometimes I don't
Man,
feel the love.
we
And I
love
feel
you,
Hold on,
Memphis.
hold on.
And I feel sometimes those that look like me, we don't get the love either.
We need a bitch from Wyoming in the house.
Yes.
That's good.
Hold on. When did they establish this Women's History Month?
I don't know. I thought it was.
I don't remember celebrating this last year.
I don't remember because I
could
thought
be
it was
something
a joke.
new.
I'm like, come on, man, because it's always something new. It's some day, Big Mac Day or whatever.
Sure.
And I'm like, so is this real? And then I started seeing on like all these different outlets and it's trending on Twitter. And I'm like, but when this happened? Who decided
Somebody got to Google that. I'm gonna have
March
to Google that.
of 2022 would be Women's International Month, which I have no problem with that.
And how
but I'm
does-
just saying,
and-
like,
and
what
how-
about men? Like,
How does a man
What the fuck,
win
dude?
Woman
So
of the
claim
Year
the shit.
on
Who
Women's
cares?
Month?
That's
I'm
what
trying
I'm
to get in
saying.
here.
I
Y'all two
care.
are not letting me get
Oh,
in.
I'm sorry. Go
I
ahead.
really would
What's-
love to talk.
Sorry, TK.
It's been like 20
Sorry.
minutes.
Let's
Y'all
let
two been going
Tomcat
back
say
and forth.
something, please.
Y'all got to stop talking so I can talk.
Go ahead,
I
go
can't
ahead.
talk unless y'all
Oh,
stop
TK,
talking.
you're on. Okay, go ahead.
I'm just letting you know that. Now go ahead again because I have no idea what I was saying, but I
You
couldn't get
forgot
in.
what you were gonna say?
I couldn't get in for the past 20 minutes. Y'all just going back and forth. You got to stop talking, bruh.
We've
So
got-
I can say
let
something.
we'll keep talking and then you catch in and you come on in and
Just
then we'll-
leave some pauses for somebody else to say some shit real quick.
Man, I'm thinking we got a couple of girls
I
on
keep
this show.
trying to start
Is what
talking.
I'm thinking. We got Memphis who needs attention. We've got Tomcat who needs attention. We've got a guest, 007. I'm trying to give the chocolate boy
Sure.
his attention.
Yeah, yeah.
He
That's
knows
what I was trying to
he's
say. He
new to
can't
the
talk
place.
either. He done gave up. He ain't trying to talk.
Ramo's not needing me to give him a hand job under the table, Tomcat.
Hey, the show.
Although I'll take one if you got it.
We still got. We still got plenty of show left. You
All
never
right,
know what's going to
let's
go.
move on to one of Tomcat's topics that he brought
All
up
right.
that I do think is interesting. He brought up that the woman of the year is actually a man.
That's what I was just trying to say.
And for in the last couple of years, we found this, Tomcat, that there has been a former man turned woman who has become the man of the year. I am scratching my head as well at this topic, TK. It's all your platform. Let us know your thoughts.
Oh, my thoughts were that I forgot.
You forget.
TK, it's your time to shine.
I'm totally kidding. I'm
You
totally
better-
kidding.
You better be careful.
I'm totally kidding. I'm totally kidding. No, but my thought was because you guys were talking about how it's Women's Month, and I'm saying, how does a man win first Woman of the Year in Women's Month, and it's a dude? And then I was kind of researching that this morning, and I saw like 5 different times when with like Caitlyn Jenner
Right.
won
The
Woman
first,
of the
right?
Year.
It was the first. That
This
was.
is
I think she was the
interesting.
first.
She is. Yeah.
Tread lightly.
And then who's the next? It's like I think it's the one who won now is Rachel Levin. She's our United States Department of Health and Human Resources assistant.
Didn't
Interesting.
Chelsea Manning win at one time?
Who?
Chelsea Manning. It was the was in the military and got arrested for like giving away secrets. There's something I don't know. Maybe I want to speak about giving away secrets, but it was something that was going on in the military, and she ended up getting arrested for like a long time. She's out now, but I thought she might have won Woman of the Year, but she was a dude. She was a dude before she transitioned to a woman.
Well, I think what we're finding is that ultimately men are superior to women. It seems like that we have now become the women of the year, the men.
Ain't that a
I
bad
mean,
Exactly.
we've proven ourselves championed again. Is what I'm hearing.
That leads right
Winners
back to
again.
I think
when a woman imprints a young boy too much, that's what he becomes.
I agree, man. I agree.
I think
agree.
that is some harsh shit to say.
But it is harsh, but it's true.
No, man, no,
It's
dude.
true to a certain extent.
I'm sorry, dude. That's bullshit. Like
Bullshit.
I mean, could there be a case of that in a situation? Perhaps. I'm not going to say that kids aren't so influential that couldn't happen in a certain situation, but I'm pretty sure that's isolated as hell, bro. Like, I know I have several gay men in my family, and I've had conversations with them, and I can assure you that their gayness has absolutely nothing to do with what the fuck my parents did or didn't teach them, or what they learned in church, or any other type of social situation people want to try to put on that. Like, some people are just like that, dude. And
Well, I think
some people
it
are
was
just
different
different. Like
then versus now, though.
it's you know what? You know why it's different? Because now you can't run them motherfuckers in the middle of the street and chop their fucking head off. That's
Oh, no.
why. I guarantee you in
Oh,
India
in Jamaica you
or
can.
somewhere else, right? And I bet you out there they don't say shit like that, or they don't come out. That's why it was different. You know what I'm saying? Now they feel like they can say, "Hey, this is who I am," without being chastised by 90% of the fucking country. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta understand it from both sides. Like, you know, you
don't think that there's any young kids that are coerced?
Never,
never, ever.
No,
in the world.
I think today, it could happen in a, like I said, it's a very outlierish kind of outplaced situation where, you know, but that's like saying,
I'm not
you know,
trying to
how
say
many
that the
women
majority-
become lesbians because they were raped by their fucking creepy uncle.
I thought we were talking about becoming the woman of the year being a man.
Well, this is where it gets there.
How we're
talking about the cause and effect.
Okay, so there's I don't think you know, we're not talking about the gay people.
Okay, right, but I'm just saying in general. But
are transgender people gay?
No, but they
I don't
think
know.
differently than we do. Obviously, they have a different mindset. Is my main point. So we can't force our ideals or how we see life on them.
I'm just wondering if they're going to have a three-peat. It sounds like back-to-back years.
Let's do it.
The man has won as a woman. Are we going to see like a Kobe?
Who's down to get their wang
Shaq
locked off?
Is there ever going to be a chick that's going to like break the record and be like, "Oh, score one for the pure bloods"? I don't know.
Here's the thing.
Whatever they would call themselves.
You know all the animosity women have for men, dude. Any man that's willing to lop his dick off, hey.
That's crazy.
Well, back-to-back years, Caitlyn Jenner, and now we've had Rachel Levin, the United States Department of Health and Human Resources assistant.
I don't see no wrong.
She is a he, or he is now a she, and she's one woman of the year. Correct, TK?
That's right. Well, and she is one ugly dude. She's an ugly dude.
Hold on.
She's an ugly dude.
So you're saying you and Banger.
I have a question.
I'm saying just for a dude, she's ugly, much less a chick. For a dude, she's ugly. For a chick, she's ugly.
I have a question. I want to know who's actually picking this.
Well, USA Today is the article that I was reading.
Okay, so I feel
who are the members on this board? Who are picking this?
Yeah, because I would like to know who's on this panel as well.
You know.
Because think about all the amazing things women have done. Let's use Stacey Abrams for an example, right? Stacey Abrams probably single-handedly the reason why Joe Biden got elected.
The lady from Atlanta?
Yeah,
or from Georgia?
What she did in Georgia, like spearheaded a lot of stuff across the country.
Jim Clyburn, I think Jim Clyburn has a lot of
if it wasn't for her, if it wasn't for her, him and Warnock would not have gotten office. She did that.
In Georgia, yeah.
She did that.
She helped that
so
a lot.
if anybody should have gotten Woman of the Year, she's definitely in there, not this other person.
Because
I mean, there's tons of people.
I actually agree with that. I actually agree. She would be a better pick than the dude.
Because I don't know what the person who won it, I don't know what they've done. Like, what have they done
outside of their achievements?
That we can all say, well, you know what? Okay, it's hard to.
His main achievement is he's a dude and he's got as far as he has as a woman. That's not an achievement.
I think it's an achievement.
But no, I mean that perhaps maybe. But here's the thing too: is like I'm gonna step off my devil's advocate and speak an argument to what I'm hearing. When did this person become a woman? Because if they were already, fucking assistant motherfucker to where they're at now and decided to become a woman, like, all right. You don't get credit for becoming that as a woman.
Which goes back to something
he was a woman and then became he's the head of human health and transportation or something like that. I can't recall exactly the title. It's a long ass title. We wrote it down.
All right. Most importantly, and I'm sure everybody wants to know the answer to this question. But here's my thing: does she have a 5 o'clock shadow?
But listen, though,
it's definitely there.
She's not hot. Dude. She's not hot at all.
Ramo
I saw the picture. I was like, oh no.
But she's the woman of the year,
no.
Rachel Levin. Congratulations!
So no doubt. Whoever.
Let's talk about another woman. Since we're talking about women this week,
I wouldn't have known.
Women's Month. I'm on the side of the woman most every time. It's the best way to go.
Congratulations.
You got to side with the women at the end of the day. If, as they say, happy life, happy wife.
I disagree.
Whether it's your wifey, at the end of the day,
spouse,
you might as well.
False. He said false.
Happy spouse, happy house.
That's not always true.
Let's move on to another female, Brittany Griner. Have you heard about this story? The 6'9" WNBA superstar.
Holy shit, she's a giant.
She is a giant.
She was a giant.
And she went to Russia because...
You know something we don't?
She plays overseas, and she went over to Russia, and the sniffing dogs sniffed out some of her hash oil and some of her vape cartridges. She likes to smoke the weeds, man.
Me too.
And she's over there, and she decided to travel in Russia. And now they're saying, the latest article I read is, nobody knows what's happened to Brittany Griner. She's one of our best athletes, Women History Month, and one of our best women taken by the Russians, that fucking Putin.
But she played basketball in Russia because she was making like a little over $1 million playing in Russia, which most WNBA women make more money playing overseas versus here in the United States, which I think is kind of crazy because, they should, be making more than like 50, 60 grand per player in the WNBA here and then have to go overseas and you make all that bread. I mean, I ain't mad at you. I would do it too. Yeah. But for her,
where'd she go?
She went to Baylor.
No, where'd she go now? Where's she at?
She's in Russia.
We don't know where she's
somewhere, apparently.
First of all, why would she take that chance in a temperature like this?
Yeah, I would have done that.
Why would you take that chance?
I would have done that. I would have not done that.
Right.
Thank you.
But I'm gonna tell you guys exactly why. My homeboy told me this a long time ago. He said, think about this as Americans. When you travel outside the United States, in your head, I'm an American. I can do whatever the hell I want, no matter where I go, until you get to some other country. And they like, no, you cannot. That's the American arrogance. Her arrogance is like, I'm a woman, I'm a lesbian, I'm a basketball player. I can do this in Russia. I'm coming home, but they're like, no.
She should have knew nobody watches the WNBA.
But I mean,
she was coming home
because you gotta think about it. Because think about it, you have to keep this in mind. Most people don't think about it.
Brittany,
if you have even a little bit of drugs, whatever country you in, you are under their rule. Mm-hmm. So you're crossing the border. That's and it's not just here in the United States, but over there. It's a bigger deal. So she played herself.
Yeah,
I want her to come home. I don't know how if she's still with us because reports they don't know where the hell she at. I want her to come home, but she has to face something that Double O brought up early before the show: accountability. Yeah. She knew. She should have known.
Yeah.
Do not do that. Do not cross the board. You cannot do it. And she played herself, especially like you said, in this climate right now.
And you're 6'9". I mean, you look intimidating.
The dumbest thing
ever. I want to check
tattoos,
every orifice of this woman. She's 6'9".
I remember watching her because, like I said, I'm a Tennessee alum, and Our Lady Vols was the shit. But when she was at Baylor, she was giving us the business. She's really good. She's really good.
I am surprised. Sorry, not to cut you off. I am surprised though that they did that to her because like Chinese people typically really like basketball players and they're all into basketball.
It's Russia.
But this is Russia. This is Russia.
Man, I am high as a motherfucker right now.
That's all right.
Welcome to the show, Tomcat.
Listen, when the story first popped, I was like, okay, she can't be that dumb.
Right.
She's being set up.
You think?
Because you want to give her the benefit of the doubt. You want to give it.
Because I was like, there's no way. There's no way she could do this.
And we never got to hear from her. So we never got to hear.
But
here's a question. Here's a question. Why? That would be my question. Why would they want to set her up?
To take her away because she's an American.
She's an American, and her stature, who she is, because she is a big deal here in the United States.
They might be trying to draw the U.S. into a war.
But I don't think we going to war behind her.
Is she the only person that plays professional sports in Russia?
No,
probably not.
No, she's not. By any means.
Are there still people there now?
But is she the only one that got caught with some weed
trying to get out? That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But she might be the only
I don't think
American
she was set up
player that plays over there.
Okay.
And she's high profile. She's high profile. Because here we are. We talking about it.
Yeah, well,
I mean, like I said, I want to give them the benefit of the doubt,
sure,
but at the same time,
of course.
But then it's like, okay, let's just be real with it, right? She probably did it, just thinking, I'm gonna get home. It's nothing but a couple vapes, whatever. I'm good. Wrong. You played yourself. You're in another country.
What's the saying? Don't poke the bear.
Exactly. Yep. And she did it.
If she did,
and that's unfortunate. I want her to come home. I want her to be safe.
I'm sure she will. I
sure hope so, man. Because Putin, he's known to make motherfuckers disappear. We know this.
Yeah, but that's a political
really
opponents.
Big place.
All right, we have another guy who has been known to make women disappear, and we're finding out about this on the very.
Oh shit!
I don't want to see if any of you guys have been watching this because I've been stuck to it now. all the episodes. Have you guys seen The Secrets of Playboy and Hugh Hefner?
No, I haven't seen it.
You guys got to see that. No one on the panel has seen it.
Where's it
I've
on?
seen it.
What's it
It's on
on?
A&E. I just speak into my remote nowadays. I
hold
got the
on.
remote where you just hold the button down and you just say,
I'm gonna watch it
Secrets
tonight.
of Playboy.
I'm gonna watch it tonight.
All the bunnies. You know, back in the day, I'm learning more about this Hugh Hefner enterprise while I watch this. So this guy, he decides he wants to create a publication. We're all familiar with it, Playboy.
Sure.
Never heard of it.
And then he decides to have all these, we're all DJs here, nightclubs. He had the Playboy setups in all the big cities, Chicago, New York. And these clubs were known for the guys to be able to roll in and then, have a little fun with the bunnies. Well, now all the little bunnies are all squawking. They're all coming back now and telling the true story of what happened at Playboy. And I guess the new ownership of Playboy is not the Hefner family. And so there's like this little disclosure at the beginning that says, we here at Playboy, we want the real story told. So we're telling this story, but there was also a lot of good that we did. And we look forward to moving on with the brand. But at the same time, there's all these playmates, people that were close to Hugh Hefner, how he would drug the women, Bill Cosby constantly there. Now we're finding out even more of these women that are drugged while they're hanging out at the Playboy Mansion, blackmail on celebrities where they drug them, they're passed out. Maybe they throw two dudes on them, they get some pictures. Now all of a sudden you want to be this A-lister in Hollywood? You want to keep making these big films? Well, we can end you tomorrow. Right. So keep your mouth shut. Playmates that off themselves and there's things that don't add up. How did these girls die? It's interesting. There's a part of me that says these women knew what they're, I'm going to play devil's advocate as you like to, Ramo.
Sure.
So there's these women, they know that what they're getting themselves into. I knew from the outside, knowing what the Playboy Mansion is. And these women are getting paid. They're getting clout. They're meeting celebrities. They want to be a part of that life. They want to be about that life.
Right.
Then all of a sudden they see that life and then they don't like the life. So there's a part of me that says that these women know what they're getting themselves into. But when you hear stories where they're getting drugged and they all of a sudden you're there and then you wake up and Bill Cosby or whoever is laying next to you and you've been sodomized and abused.
Sweet.
Then it's a whole nother story for me.
I just want to say that's like basically the high class version of what happens to everybody in society. Like, you know what I mean? Like, isn't that what's happening to everyone? They're just like having sex with people, and then a lot of times people get drugged and misused, and it happens on a daily basis and every day, everywhere we go. But with these people, these are the rich and famous being,
You're right. It doesn't excuse
having
it.
this debauchery. I'm not saying it's.
Oh, I can assure you. I can assure you.
I feel like it's a little bit more compelling because it's beautiful women and rich people.
I bet you it's
involved
more
in
rampant.
this debauchery.
Yeah, it's more rampant in that community. I bet you.
Listen,
Where, with them?
With rich people.
Between all
They can pay judges and stuff and get themselves out of court, like all that rape culture and shit. I bet it's huge with rich people.
Think about this. We've all been in settings where we've seen things and it's like, okay, like nothing leaves where we are. We've all been in there many a time. Right?
Where's the body, Memphis?
Where is it? I don't know what you're talking about. What body? Only body I know about is the one of
I love it. That was great.
First of all, I don't think that story is going to be 100% accurate.
What's that?
Because there's too many big name people in that's going to be involved with that. That doesn't want it to come out. A lot of government officials and all that, celebrities.
Oh, sure.
I just feel like there's no way they're going to let that come out.
Nah.
There's no way. They could give you a part of the story, but they're not going to give you the full story.
And then look at the Epstein story. He had a whole fucking island of think about what they were doing out there.
You definitely have that
That's
situation.
all rich people, though.
Illuminati
Ain't one no
confirmed.
broke motherfuckers going on that island.
Literally.
None.
They were doing, what were they doing? Who knows? But
That was crazy.
They were doing any and everything that you can think of because you're on an island. So think about the things that whatever does come out, the things that we won't ever hear. And then to these bunnies, like, okay, I don't excuse if being raped and all that shit, that's fucked up. At all. That's just fucked up. But you also are going there, like, you know what you were going, like, don't put yourself in a situation, like we've been raised, like, don't put yourself in a situation and you get caught up, even to this day. So now, like, you can't really talk about, like, well, this what happened. Well, Why were you there in the first place? What was your motivation? Why did you want to? You wanted to inspire to be something. You either want to be in the photos, so everybody back home, look at me. Like I said earlier, it's all about attention. Look at me, look at me, look at me. And unfortunately, if something may have happened, like I said, that's fucked up. I don't want that on nobody. But don't put yourself there in the spot and something could happen to you because you could get.
Could they say the same thing to DJ?
Listen, then
Well,
listen.
The same.
Wait a minute.
I talk to homies all the time. Like, bro, listen. All the time. Oh, how many talks? We've all had these talks like, yo, listen, something.
I put myself in some bad situations.
We've all done it, but we got to
I
be
wish a
careful,
fine
right?
bitch would drug me. Trying to get my dick sucked by some hot little
Shit,
young
that
bitch.
happened to me. I got fucking drugged by a bitch. That happened to me.
I'm kidding,
I mean, and people
Been there,
like, yeah,
done that.
right.
Yeah,
Like,
that's it.
yeah, like it
I drugged myself.
It happens.
Well,
It happens.
What'd she
but
do to you?
Let's hear it.
What did she do to you?
She put something in my drink.
I know, but then
What'd she
after
get?
she put you down with that dart, what did she do?
None.
To
I
you?
got the hell out of there. I got the hell out of there.
She didn't give you enough drugs.
You
Yeah,
escaped
it
like
was
Jim.
enough. I knew something wasn't right. I knew something wasn't right.
Yo,
Something ain't right.
Let's hear from our guest. Go ahead. Go ahead.
listen,
Carlos.
first of
Go ahead,
all,
talk to me.
these women know what they were getting into. They know. First one, they know what they're getting into.
They're young girls, though. In the defense, this guy Hefner is like in his 60s, and these girls are like
Well,
17, 18 years old.
Listen,
Well, they're not legal,
they all
technically.
know.
Right,
Because
yeah.
if you
17.
That shit is going
okay,
on.
so if you flying a chick
Look,
out
hey,
to
my
come
kids.
to like Florida, she lives in LA, you're flying out to come to Florida. You think she don't know what's gonna happen? Like they're just gonna fly out and y'all just have dinner and like hee and that's
hang
it.
out, right?
Listen, you flying someone out to somewhere, something is about to happen. So
Truth.
Why do they go on
ladies,
those
It
trips?
depends.
listen, they all know what they were getting into. The only difference is that now there's a platform for people to speak out, which is called Me Too. Now people could talk about it. But in there, like some Statue of Liberty limitation or whatever.
There's
on
a
this.
Statue of Liberty in New York. I know.
But no,
Yes,
statute of
in New
limits.
York.
Yeah, that bitch is.
Statute of
You
limitation.
know, it
or
actually
something
used to be
like that.
copper. And no.
Another shout out to the ladies.
Yeah,
I
no,
love that
Lady
one.
Liberty.
Only the transgender ones.
No. I totally agree with what he's saying. There are certain situations that everybody puts themselves in, so that they definitely need to be accountable for. But like you were saying as well, the ones that get drugged and raped and shit like that, like that definitely needs to come out as well too. But and that's not even to say that you had anything really to do with that or didn't. You know what I'm saying?
He just provided the clubs.
A party
Listen.
can get out of hand.
At the end of the day, there's a price to pay for fame.
Oh,
Definitely
sure.
is.
Oh,
It
yeah.
Sure the hell
Oh,
Oh
is.
yeah. Man,
Shit,
tell me
people
about
don't realize it.
Tell me about
We
it.
know. We all know. We
There's
know.
a price to pay.
Oh no, definitely.
Every time I go in Walmart, man, I can't even walk through. All the rednecks are like, there he is.
That's our guy.
That's him.
Here we,
We loved what you were talking about,
here
boy.
we go.
Trumpy Sandys.
Shouts out to all the girls. This is one of my favorite girl songs. You guys ever spin this one? This is the Crew. Girls, girls, girls.
Motley Crue, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So shout out to the women. It is Women's History Month. We're trying to touch on everything about the women.
Hold on, you play a song where they were doing a lot of drugs in this video, and
Totally.
I love the Crew.
This is also Mrs. Garrett saying.
This is back when the women.
Girls.
This is back when the women knew their place in society.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just smack them.
Rock and roll, bitches.
These dudes look like chicks.
Yeah.
Be still while I
They
pour
did.
champagne on your
You did.
ass.
See, the chicks didn't have a problem with that. They wanted to suck their dick.
Hell yeah.
this was the groupie era.
These guys,
Yeah, guys look like
Would you
chicks in
say
the
the
80s.
groupie area has gotten
We got
worse?
pussy.
but they were still guys. And they were
Look at
still like-
Prince.
Would you say the groupie area has gotten worse where we are today versus back then? Because
It's different.
Because the clout is.
Oh, hold on.
It's different.
Hold on. I think it got worse because groupie era back in the days was much different than what it is now. Now these girls will put you out there, social media.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the picture.
You better come stack.
You passed out next to a girl and her taking a selfie.
She's taking a selfie with you passed out on the bed. Like
That'll never happen.
The Me Too movement.
Man.
It's quite a thing, ladies. Kudos to you women. Congratulations. You've come a long way. And I'm happy to say I'm proud of the women. They've been working their asses
Yeah,
off.
Yes.
absolutely.
I'm proud of
Definitely.
all
Gotta-
women.
gotta-
No.
let's give it up for the women.
Hey man, they've come a long way, baby.
Yeah, I'm proud of them.
Now let me ask y'all this. So we talk about this Me Too thing because we understand why it was started, but do you think it can also hamper them because you have the women out here doing it for the right reason, but you may have more that are out here just like doing this fucked shit, and then try to flip it like, oh no, I did like, you know, basically what we were talking about. You know, like the cons, the con. We know the pros, but the con of the Me Too.
What do you think?
What do you think about that?
I think it helps, and sometimes it doesn't. But it gives them a voice, though. As long as you give someone a voice to say what they want to say, and with this whole cancel culture thing going on right now, you could get canceled. Like,
are people really getting canceled?
You're probably getting canceled after this show, Double O. You probably shouldn't have came on this show because you started mentioning all this stuff about women. I mean, we weren't even going to talk about this. I mean, just so everybody knows, it was Double O's idea.
But there's a reason why he did, and he's here. So I thank him for that. That's awesome.
I'll take the blame. I'll take the blame.
Sorry,
No.
We riding with you. You ain't by yourself.
I'll take the blame. 100%.
We get canceled every week, so we're used to it.
We've been canceled.
Yeah.
You know, I think when it comes to that, us as men really ain't got to worry about that because women are their own biggest critic, and they're going to tear each other down.
They are
the good women. The women that are doing this shit right will get with the other ones. Like we ain't gonna have to worry about that shit. We just keep doing what the fuck we do, and I think we're going to be all right.
You know what this reminds me of? I was listening to this last night. Jay-Z song "Women versus Bitches." If you remember, it was on the Blueprint 2. Mm-hmm. On the Blueprint 2, listen to it. Women versus bitches. He literally, the entire song breaks down a woman versus a bitch.
That sounds very topical.
That's the Me Too movement. You got the women versus the bitches.
I think
and the bitches is winning right now.
I know a lot of dudes that are bitches, so that's probably the wrong term to use.
I agree with him too.
Punk bitches.
Do you think a woman get dressed up for a woman or get dressed up for a man?
She gets dressed up for women.
Song?
Oh yeah.
She don't give a fuck about men.
Hell yeah. She wanted like, I'm gonna crush these bitches.
Hell
as
yeah.
soon as I walk out the house,
she's trying to look better than
I'm
the
gonna
other
go
bitch.
to Starbucks and pull up in my whatever I'm driving. It's like, and so another chick is seeing me like, damn right, bitch, I'm crushing you today. Bitches ain't
nice
shit,
song
man.
selection there. Nice song selection.
This is what the women need to realize how far they've come. I mean, we used to have songs that pretty much told it like it was, you know, like
Hoes and tricks.
Well, think about this.
suck the dick.
You couldn't call a woman a bitch back in the day versus now you can. You can call a woman a bitch, but she'll get mad, but she'll call herself a bitch and think it's good. Look at the double entendre in that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the N-word a little bit, you know, in a sense.
Double entendre. The double entendre.
This show's gonna go an hour and a half.
I don't know about
Trying to
that.
get canceled.
Because if you say the N-word, it's like, okay, like me and the homies talking, okay, it's one thing. But like
It's a different way of saying
but somebody else say it like, hold up, partner. First off, you don't know me like that. 2, you don't know the origin of that word. 3, anything bad that probably would happen to you is going to happen.
The only time I slip up.
But here's the thing. How do you know that person didn't grow up in the hood?
Don't care.
Well, if they might be
Don't
white,
care.
then you would know.
I got a homeboy.
I'm not
true.
saying they didn't grow up in the hood. I'm just saying
I got black friends in the hood.
you still wouldn't want them to say the word.
So I got
I'm
a
just
homeboy
saying.
right now who grew up in Clewiston, white boy. He cool as shit. That's my dog. And he grew up around a bunch of black folks, and they
So he
let him
sa-
use the
he
N-word.
says it all
And
the
he
time.
was comfortable. He said it around me, and I was like, hold on, wait. He's like, wow, my homies. I like, yo, them your homies from where you from. There's a bigger world outside of that. Like where I'm from, if you said that,
It's a little
bro,
weird. It's a little weird. I've met white dudes like that.
And
They're
I told
usually
him,
all
I'm like,
tatted
you know,
up.
They're from
you
up
still my
north.
man. Like, yo, just be cool.
A little weird.
It-
I
you
just
know,
find it weird.
What about
yeah.
with the music? Like when you're singing along to the music, you're a white guy like me, you're trying to keep up, and all of a sudden they drop the N-word over and over again, and you're just trying to keep your flow going. Is that a problem with the white guys if they do that?
Depends on who you're around.
Hold on. I have no problem with that.
Is that like a
It's
pass
in the music.
for the white
I don't
guy?
have a problem.
You remember
with
Shaq?
Oh
at
yeah,
the concert?
I'd be DJing with Shaq, and he would play the record by Kanye. What's the one? Man.
Oh,
I can't remember it.
What's the name of
that's
that
not
song?
Kanye. That's
Not Kanye. Kendrick
no,
Lamar.
isn't that
It is Kendrick
Master
Lamar.
P's brother?
Yeah.
MAADD. That song.
DNA. DNA?
Nope, it's
Oh.
Mad. Something
Oh,
Mad
yeah,
by
M.A.D.
Kendrick.
okay.
I thought he
Good
was
Kid, Mad
saying,
City.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, Good Kid, Mad
Oh,
City.
Lord.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he would look over at me when I would be next to him, and he'd be like, he'd say, "It's cool, cuz you can say." I'm like, I'm not trying to get nobody beat up, especially not me.
There's another song there's another song that emphasized the word, the N word. Is that
What about YG?
Lil Dicky with Chris Brown, where it said, you know,
I don't.
You can say your
Oh
boss.
yeah, you're talking about
what-
yeah.
You won't get in trouble.
Freaky Friday, or whatever.
Yeah. Little
Or
Dicky.
how about Juicy? I think Juicy might be the hardest one for white folks to retain themselves.
If you don't know, now
Now
you
you
know.
know.
And I'll be looking like,
You see the white guy, little bead of sweat. He's just like,
Veins popping out his forehead.
So what's what's proper etiquette?
If
What's
it's
the
in a
proper
song,
etiquette?
I don't mind.
If
But
it's
again, it's how you say it.
And it's the person.
The context of how it's how you saying it
It's
to
all
someone.
he won't mind, but he might.
You know.
it just rubs. It just rubs.
what
me.
about Memphis? What
See, I don't like.
if you're
it
at the
be-
club and it's YG, my ninja? I mean, are you having a problem if it's somebody that says the
I was
word?
I was playing the other day, and I was playing some shit, and I was actually playing some music where it, like dirty and shit. And then I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I'm like, and everybody's going, and I'm just like, the fuck am I doing? I don't like it because I've been called a nigga a lot of times by white folks, and it's always ended up
Hard
on the wrong-
R?
like
Hard R type
you
in.
know, like
Yeah, that's bad.
I got to go upside your head, at least smack you in the face.
The
for
Joe
saying
Rogan
it. I have to
ER.
at least
Yo, they
call
smack
it.
you for saying it, right?
That is crazy. I was never called that, yo. I don't know.
Bruh, I'm telling
You grew up in New York.
But I was never called. No
Never,
one,
never?
Maybe behind my back, but no one
Yeah,
never
but like-
Not to
actually
your
called me
face.
that.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And today people
I
feel
think
like
it's-
it's more comfortable saying. I'm like, no, don't
Didn't you have-
ever get comfortable because, I mean, if you my homie, I'm like, look, nah, don't do that, player. Don't do it. But other people that just don't know you from Adam, and it's like, oh yeah, well, I'm like, hold on, player, let me stop you right there. Don't do that. And then like, well, why not? Because first I told you not to.
Didn't you have like white friends that would be? Because I remember I know my other white friends, we would be even madder than my black friend Jason, who mostly that was my best friend. We always hanging around him. If somebody called him that word, I would be madder than him. You didn't have any
Sure.
white friends that
No,
were there.
not
They were
that.
like, "What the hell is going on?"
My wife. I use my wife as an example because y'all know my wife. She's white or she's Italian and Bohemian, wherever you want to put it. We were out one time and this chick said something out the way to me. My wife punched her clean in the face. Like, nah.
What'd
bitch.
she say?
She like, nigga, move.
Uh-oh.
White
And
girl.
and my wife's like, hold up, hold my purse
Boom.
right on the spot.
Man, shout out
Like-
to your wife. Women's History Month. That is
bought
good history.
My lady, she bought that. She don't play around, but she
Bought that
understands.
life, huh?
She understands. Like, look, you don't use that word. She don't even like it when I'm talking with the homies, and she may hear me say, "Babe, I don't like hearing you say that," and I'm like, "Oh, fuck, you right." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you lead by example because I don't
you know what I'm
say
saying?
it. I don't
That
say it
word
like
sucks.
that. Yeah.
And it's rarely like she hear me say it. It's like with my boys or something like that. And we are like on a conference call or something. And we just being us because we go back so far. So we just talking, and she like, babe, and I'm like, oh damn, my bad, my fault, babe. I apologize, right? But just in general, like, no, don't use it. I mean, in the music, I get it,
Yeah.
but
I don't even talk like that. I don't go
I
up to
don't
my
think
black
anybody
friends
should
and
use
go
it.
be like, yo, what's up on that? I don't even talk like that. So I don't
I try
know,
not
man.
to. I'll tell you straight up. In my situation, in all honesty, I grew up in a place where being who I was such a minority that word, honestly, until I moved to Florida, I never understood the gravity of what that word was, because me and my friends of all colors in Gary, Indiana, use that towards each other. That for me, it was, that word meant dudes, hoes and bitches meant girls.
Right.
Simple. It was just the cool slang way of determining somebody's sex. Like, until I got down south and really saw, and that's why I said he grew up in New York. Like, I can see somebody in New York maybe not getting called that to their face, but I can guarantee somebody from down south has encountered that.
Oh, yeah.
Probably numerous times.
a
man,
lot more than I can count.
Like the
Sure. I can count.
racism down here
Sure.
is thick.
Well,
like,
I mean,
work on the beach, and
naturally.
people are just downright
Naturally.
racist to me all the
Naturally.
time. They don't even think I'm white, so they're nasty to me
Well,
too.
you're not. You know,
I'm
you're Italian, right?
Italian and Irish, yeah. So
Okay, so you're. Oh, my kids are that. You must have an attitude, do you?
I do. I have a.
What did
on
you
the
say?
show here.
It was, what did you say? What it was? TK. It was like a term like Italian and Irish. What was it?
I-tie.
I-tie.
Italian Irish. That's what they
I-tie.
call it. There are a lot of Italian Irish in New York, actually.
There is, yeah. No, that's where.
All
yeah.
right, Memphis.
That's
I want
a
to say this to you. So, if a white person come up to me and say, "Hey, you look different. Like you look good for a black guy," would that affect?
For a black guy.
That seems offensive.
I've got so we bullshit a lot, but I have a very expended vocabulary. White people come up to me, "Oh my God, you talk so well. You know how to use your words." I'm like, "Cause I'm black, because black people don't know how to use our words." Like, are you serious? I've been told that. "Oh my God, you look great. You look well, how you put yourself together." Like when we have events, you gotta dress up a little bit and wow, black people can't look. We don't know how to dress. We don't know how to talk.
Listen,
That's why I never exceed that expectation.
An older
I go
lady-
in there as ghetto as a motherfucker. That's who I am. Fuck y'all.
A very old lady said something to me one day. She come up to me. She's like, "Oh my gosh, you got a nose that's so straight. It's not a typical black person nose." But no.
It's people say
No,
the
no, but
craziest
I
Did
shit.
you trip that bitch?
You know what?
You
No.
kick a
She's
cane?
an older lady, so I kind of
Kick a
say what her
cane?
mindset is that.
Was
she
it a
would
white
be like,
lady?
yeah.
Yeah,
A white lady?
So I just didn't like. I just felt okay.
Thank you.
You should have
Appreciate
said
that,
some
thanks.
fucked up shit like, "Well, yeah, no, I heard a story that my great grandmother was raped by her slave owner."
Or you could've-
shit like
oh
that.
my
Like,
God.
she'd have been like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry."
Dude,
I'm
that's so,
sorry.
I would totally say some shit like that.
She
Being
was
a
shit
smart
like,
ass.
yeah,
I would totally say.
She'll start crying.
Or you could just
just
go a little softer and be like, "Oh, that's amazing because you don't smell like baloney like all the rest of the white people."
Oh, I like that one. Holy shit!
Baloney.
Yo.
Holy
I'm gonna write
shit.
some of these down.
What about if somebody says to you, 007, that
Go buy some mayonnaise, bitch.
I mean, you look good. Black don't crack. Like if somebody was say something to you like that, "Hey man, you looking good, 007. Black don't crack." I've heard a lot of
that's
people
a
say
compliment.
that.
That's a compliment.
That's a compliment.
Yeah.
Especially as we
Well,
get
that's
older.
good.
Or
It
you're
just
pretty
mean-
fly for a white guy, which
It just
means
means
most
like
of the
a
other
black
ones
person
are pretty
aged
fly.
very well.
To
Wait,
be
we take
candid
a-
with y'all motherfuckers, me and my
Yeah.
wife were actually talking about 007 the other day, and we
Oh,
were
you
saying
were?
the exact same goddamn thing, that this motherfucker looks the same as he did when we first started DJing at Rhythm Nation 941 or whatever the fuck. What
There
was
you go,
it?
man. Black don't
Black
crack.
don't crack.
Don't,
That
baby.
was 35 years ago.
Wow.
We were still wearing Timberland boots.
That's good to see you guys back together again.
It's
Yeah,
funny.
man.
I saw something the other day that says "Black don't crack, but black do crack."
Oh, black do
If you
crack.
smoke crack, yeah.
No, those ass blacks do crack. That's-
All right, well, that's going to do
They
it
sell it,
for
too.
this
Some of the
edition
good
of
shit.
the Outcast Podcast. We appreciate you listening. You can listen to us everywhere you get your podcast.
Oh, yeah.
That would be Spotify. We are also on Amazon. We're also on Google. We're on all the things. Wherever you want to listen to us. 007, anything profound you would like to say before we wrap up the show?
Just show love and mercy, man. Grace, always
Definitely.
lead with grace.
I like that.
Yes.
Memphis, anything from you?
Hey, man, how can you top that? Be good to yourself and one another.
Yep.
TK, I know you got something to say. I'm sorry that we've kept you muted for most of the show.
It's probably a good thing.
Go ahead.
Yeah, y'all need to talk less and let me talk more. Same thing, man. Be good to each other, man.
Ramo?
Be good to each other.
I'd just like to say that I share their sentiments, and I look forward to next week when 007's here for the other podcast. Not only that, we get to take them on the basketball court and show them how we get down here at Brentwood. Where are we at? Brentwood?
Where are we at? 007 was scared when he pulled up.
Right.
We'll see you
It's
guys
the
next
hood,
week.
dog. It's the hood.